Hola amigos y bienvenidos a otro video. In March 2024, my mom and I spent a week in Madrid and Seville in Spain, and this is the story of our trip. Our first day we spent walking around and exploring Madrid. So first we walked around Plaza Mayor, and then we got churros from Chocolateria San Ginés, which was a chocolate churro shop founded in 1897. Following that, we visited Mercado de San Miguel, which is one of the main traditional markets of Madrid. Within the market, there was an assortment of different food vendors with numerous options, including Iberican ham, tapas, and local wines. We decided to try the spinach and cheese and the chicken baked empanadas, both of which were really yummy. We continued to walk around the city, and then we passed by Palacio Real de Madrid and the garden adjacent to the palace. During the second day, we joined a half-day guided tour to Toledo, an ancient city characterized by Arabic, Jewish, and Christian influence, located about 30 to 40 minutes outside of Madrid. It was raining and super windy during the first half of the day, so it made it a little bit difficult, but nonetheless, the city was wonderful to explore and to get to see. As part of the tour, we went to Santa Iglesia Catedral Primada de Toledo and learned about the history of the cathedral and the meaning behind the artwork and the murals inside. After returning to Madrid, we had Spanish paella for lunch, and while walking around, we found a store that was selling ube and mango ice cream for dessert. We spent the remainder of the day walking around El Oso y El Madroño. Day 3 started with an early flight to Seville. After stopping by the hotel, our first order of business was to have brunch at a local cafe in Plaza del Salvador. All throughout Seville, there are orange trees that line every single street. As much as I wanted to eat them, for starters, these oranges are very bitter and they're not actually eaten as is. Rather, they're used to make marmalade, creams, or for orange liquor. The oranges in public also belong to the local government and can result in a fine for plucking an orange off the tree. We spent the remainder of the afternoon exploring Seville. We started with the Catedral de Sevilla, and afterwards we went to Los Jardines del Murillo, located in the Jewish quarter. This lookout point is called Las Setas de Sevilla, which are mushroom-shaped parasols predominantly made out of wood. Las Setas first opened in 2011 and is among one of the highest wooden constructions in the world. We decided to come back to Setas to enjoy the sunset later in the evening. I decided to start day 4 with a little jog around Seville, and the weather was perfectly crisp, early spring air, and it's really nice to run around. The first actual destination of day 4 was the Plaza de España, which was originally made to symbolize Spain's peace with its former American colonies. Today, the plaza contains functional government buildings. A scene from the movie Attack of the Clones from the Star Wars series was also filmed here, and it was super cool to walk the same area that Anakin and Padme did in the movie. In the afternoon, we had tickets to visit the Royal Alcázar de Sevilla, which is a fortress that was founded in the beginning of the 10th century. To this day, it continues to serve as a residence for the Spanish royal family when they visit Seville. We also visited the Plaza de Toros de Sevilla, which is the largest bullfighting ring that has been in use since 1761. On the 5th day, we took an early train ride to Córdoba, which is a city about 40 minutes away from Seville. The first stop we visited was the Mosque Cathedral of Córdoba. The Great Mosque was originally constructed in 785 and was converted to a cathedral in 1236 when Córdoba was captured by the Christian forces of the Castilla during the Reconquista. After lunch, we visited the Alcázar of the Christian monarchs. Construction of this fortress began in 1328 and later served as the meeting point between the Catholic monarchs and Columbus in 1486. Today, the fortress contains Roman mosaics and a large garden to walk around. Nearby are the Baños del Alcázar. It is a small museum of the Moorish Alcázar bathhouse. On the 6th day, I decided to go for another early morning jog around Seville. I ran down the lit river and eventually made it to Plaza de España. It was very nice to see the plaza without all the tourists and without it being super busy. The remainder of the day, we spent exploring the Triana neighborhood across the river. We first checked out Mercado de Triana, which is a small local market selling a variety of seafood and fruit, with food stands as well that sell tapas and various baked goods. Our last day was spent flying back to Madrid and spending the remainder of the afternoon walking around Retiro Park. I overall had a very nice time in Spain and I absolutely loved visiting Seville. I hope to be back in Spain again someday.